Hey guys, today I'm going to be testing overhead shoulder mobility. This is really important in the weightlifter, golfer, tennis player, any kind of athlete that does overhead movements. So by doing that, we're going to test first the latissimus dorsi length test. So the first thing I'm going to have my patient do, just laying just like this, he's going to bring his arms up and back and trying to reach the table. Okay, you can see that he doesn't have full range there because he's not able to touch the table. So what I can do is provide a little overpressure or bring them back to where they were. I can tell him to really push hard. Let's see what happens. Okay, when he really pushes hard to reach the back of the table here, he arches his back excessively. He's got a lot of anterior tilt going on. That's because the lats are really tight in the upper body, so they want to shorten here to be able to get that full range of motion. Okay, now I want you to come back all the way with the arms, bend the knees. This is the second part of the test. Okay, so now we put him more into a posterior rotation that locks it out a little bit. He can't do that anterior tilt to get that compensation in the muscle. So he's gonna do the same motion. Go ahead, go back. And as you can see, he's a little further up than when he had his legs straight because we took this out. He's not able to compensate from here, all right? And then he's gonna stay just like that. I'm gonna bend his knees back, further putting him into a posterior pelvic tilt. Let's see what happens. The arms come up again and they go back, down, up and down because his lats truly are tight and they are the muscle in question that's tight and causing him a little bit of flexibility, lack of flexibility in the shoulder. Okay, the second one we're gonna test the subscapularis, which is in the rotator cuff, one of the rotator cuff muscles, and the teres major. They're both internal rotators as well, just like the lats. Very important in overhead mobility. So what I'm gonna have my patient do, we're gonna test him in 90 degrees of abduction like this. Okay, I'm gonna stabilize the scapula. Look at this. And then I'm going to externally rotate him. Now, if he's able to get that full 90 degrees of external rotation, we know that the subscap and the teres minor or major are not tight. They're not involved with the lat. It's just the lat that was tight. Okay, if he's not able to get that, so he's like here, we see that he's not able to get 90 degrees. That's 90. That would him not being tight. If he was tight, he'd be about here. Okay, so that tells me that the subscap and teres major are involved. We can also test the posterior capsule. And we see we can't get that internal rotation. So for him, he's involved with his lats. His subscap and his teres major are okay because he's able to get that full external rotation at 90 degrees. So we know that those aren't tight. But then when we tested the posterior capsule, we know that was tight. So he's got a couple issues going on as far as overhead mobility, and that's why he's not able to squat and perform things overhead as much as he'd like. So in the next video, we're going to show you how to do some corrective exercises to regain that flexibility in the muscle tissue.